You spend your whole life trying to make your own life work and failing and creating bigger problems. And out of those bigger problems comes more challenge to try to solve the problems. And you struggle and struggle, and eventually you got bigger ones, and the bigger ones create challenges, and the challenges challenge you because there's only you, because you're God. See, you got yourself involved with solving the problems of your universe. You follow that? Now, there comes a point in that time where the problems become so big that you struggle and you struggle and you struggle, and then you give in, because you give in to the problem. You give in to the spirit of that problem, which is waiting for you all the time. You can give yourself completely over to the devil. Who knows what I'm talking about? Because only after the struggle, when you're thoroughly worn out and exhausted, and you're in pain, will that kind of condition be ripe in your head to accept the dark side practically forever. There could be a point where you could not come back. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Now I'm going to continue the point after you've said your thing.
Okay. The only people...
Can you stand up?
Sure. You just described my whole life. My whole life is revolved around my mother and my sister, and I've spent my whole life struggling for one goal, to be free and independent of needing her.
But you can't do it.
I cannot do it.
You know why?
And I'm tired now.
And now you're ready to give in to them, aren't you?
I'm ready to give in.
See, and that's what they're waiting for. Now,
I know.
you want to give in, but I say to you, the truth in life is giving up. You either eventually give over to hell or heaven. Now there's I'm here because I have learned all these things, and I hope, please God, I'm able to articulate them clearly enough. I'll miss some tricks somewhere along the line, but help me out and keep prodding me with your questions, and I'll get it all out, all right? Now the trick of it is this. This is what I've seen. That now that you've come to the point where you've come to the end of your rope, you've struggled and you struggled and you struggled and you tried to reason with them, and they become back with greater confusion.
But they're right about me. I've proven them right about me.
You've proven them right about you.
I'm tired.
Yes.
And I cannot describe or control what's progressively happened to me.
And you prove to them that of yourself you can do nothing and that you need them.
Absolutely.
And that moment you need them, they'll accept you and love you.
Every
and then
time.
you're dead man.
Yes, I'm just about dead.
You'll be dead in them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like being alive in something. It's an only illusion, isn't it? Because you die and come alive in their love, don't you?
Yes,
and then you become a complete zombie. That's how all the cults, all the fanatics of the world, that's how they get to be fanatics.
There's salvation for me. I've tried it all. I mean, this is I feel the last step before the cuckoo farm.
I know, I understand, but we're close.
I'm very tired.
We're close.
If this doesn't work, I'm not going to sit on the floor and chant or sit in an S seminar at the Hilton Hotel or something. I have tried, and I know I'm not a good person, but
you're under a spell.
You're under
something.
Feel that.
You are caught up in something you do not fully understand, and until you fully understand it,
I can't even work. I don't know how to work.
Excuse me. Before you speak, I want to bring the point. I'm sure you're waiting for me to say what it is, aren't you? Wait for it, everyone. The thing is that once you have discovered what the game is, it is they set you up to react to them. They set themselves up as a problem to you, or they set up a problem in you to which you respond with a problem-solving answer, your own ego. In other words, what you must not do is this. You must not resent the pressures they put on you. You also, inside yourself, when it's not a they outside and it's a they inside, you must not resent your insurmountable problems and respond to it and to struggle against it with your own ego. You must not respond to take a certain strength from challenge. Hear me? You must not resent your problems, in other words. I say it. I come back to my one line. You must not resent your dilemma. You must not resent the church or whoever's brainwashing you, setting you up this impossible set of standards to achieve. You must not resent you're not being able to live up to someone's expectations. See? You must not resent that, and you must realize in that moment that you must not even start to struggle with in other words, you must give up before you struggle. Otherwise, you'll give up after you struggle. Because you see, you'll see you've given up all your spiritual energy. You'll have given up all your strength, so that eventually you'll give in to that which has challenged you. Because by that time, you'll be more like them, more compatible with them, and more acceptable to them, and they to you.
That's exactly what's happened to me.
Exactly.
I'm sitting here in that space.
Okay, now, I'm asking you now to be very careful here, because you're so close to salvation, you can taste it. You must, when the temptation rises now, to do whatever it is that they want you to do to please them. You know what it is, don't you? You know what they want from you.
Them.
Want them to, but you resent that, don't you?
And I know
and then you
it's
try
wrong
to be,
to
you resent
them.
it, and you try to be free. This is your scene. You resent them. You know they want you to need them, and they know that they want to make you a cripple, and they're going to reward you for your weakness for them eventually.
I don't think they can help it.
They can't help it, but beside the point. That's also a point, but not beside this point. You know that's what they want. You resent that implication. You resent the intent. You see it beyond the surface of things. You see that they want you to be a cripple, that they don't really love you while pretending to love you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I do
they
see
want to
that.
be, see that? They're caught up in something they can't control either. They're being acted through, and what's acting through them is trying to get to you, make you a slave.
I feel guilty for hating them, because I see that.
That is it. The guilt will always make you end up
Go back to them.
go back to them.
I always do.
It will always, the resentment will always make you in the image of their suggestions. Let's say, for example, just deviate just for a moment. Mother says to her son, "You're no good, drunken, rotten bum like your father. You'll never be any damn good." Witchy noise. The little child keeps hearing that. The little child gets upset. The little child grows up with conflict because of anger and guilt. He's already beginning to take shape in the likeness of the mother's suggestion. He struggles not to drink, because now he's making up his mind. He's not going to be like his mother wants him to be. His little soul senses that, but he hates his mother. The hate sets up conflict. The conflict is so great, there's no other way he can relieve the conflict but by drinking or doing something dumb. And now he ends up drinking to relieve the conflict because he hates his mother. But he's already become like his father because his father hated his mother and hated his mother and his own mother before that. In other words, the reaction to the temptation, the accusation and the put down, the reaction itself has separated man from his salvation, from his ultimate good, and put into him the seeds of likeness of the thing which portend the future. In other words, he's becoming like, he's already forming inside his head through the reaction. He's beginning to take shape according to the prediction. You're going to be like your father. In other words, the boy is trying to resist, but he resists with one wrong response, with resentment. The moment he resists with resentment, he starts to be bonded to the source of that suggestion. He starts to take shape from it. And no matter how much he struggles, he's going to take shape. Because every time his mother comes on with her bitching and witchiness, he's going to resent it. Every time he resents it, his mind is taking shape. And eventually, his mother is going to prove that she was right all along. And the only truth that there is for that boy is to accept the truth. He is like his father, his mother was right. And accept her love.
Can I add something to it?
Is that making sense?
Yes, it is. I can quickly tell you how it happened, very quickly. I was about 10 years old, and my mother and the kids were sitting outside, and she was serving soda pop, and she had a friend there, and she served me a half of a glass, and I called her cheap, because I was kind of feisty. And she ran after me into the bedroom, and she slapped me. And I told her I hated her, and I wish she would die. And she left, and she came back. As she left, I said, "I hope you die. I hate you. It's wrong for you to do that." She humiliated me in front of her friend. She threw the soda pop. And finally, the third time she came in, I wimped out, and that was the end of my life. I apologized to her as she beat me. And I have paid with
anger makes you feel like you are the one that has done the wrong, and especially if the other person is nice to you, and is like women tend to be nice to their children after they've been upset. After they've upset their children, and made them guilty, then they tend to be nice to them and sweet and syrupy and make the child emphasize the guilt and make the child feel like the child has done the wrong, and therefore the only way to ease the pain of the guilt of wrong is to seek it, the mother's love. And the mother's love then becomes the salvation for that little embryonic ego that was planted in a moment of anger and hate. See? Now,